In the history of the NBA, we never seen anyone quite like Kobe. Spending most of his time in the gym, no one in the NBA could outwork him. Not LeBron, Shaq, and even the great Michael Jordan. From wanting to be traded to swimming with sharks, I'm basically going to be telling you Kobe Bryant stories, but they increasingly get crazier. But before I start, please help me out by leaving a like and subscribing if you want more videos like this. But let me stop wasting time. So we all know that Kobe stayed on the Lakers his entire career, but did you know that he was almost traded to the Cavs for LeBron James? Because during the 2007 NBA season, Kobe had enough. Despite averaging 30 points a game, he couldn't carry a bad Lakers team that couldn't even get past the second round. So he decided to leave flashy LA to not as flashy Cleveland. And what could they offer to get the Mamba, you may ask? You might not know him, but he was the young rising star of Cleveland, LeBron James. This could have been one of the craziest trades of all time, but Cleveland realized the potential in their young star. So the trade didn't happen, but it still ended up being a W for both of the teams. Kobe ended up winning 2 more rings, while LeBron was putting the Cavs on the map, winning them their first ring in 2016. But could y'all see Kobe on the Cavs? Let me know in the comments, because I sure couldn't. Moving on to the next story, did you know that Kobe would end every practice with a 1v1 going to 100 in high school? During Kobe's time as a senior at Lower Merion, Kobe's mind was locked in on making the NBA, so this was one of the desperate measures he was going to take. In fact, there was one story on how a senior named Rob Scores, if I'm saying it right, said that no one could even score double digits during these 1v1 games, and the highest he ever scored was 11 to Kobe's 100 piece. But he ended up correcting him, saying that he never even scored double digits on him, that he actually only scored 5 points to Kobe's 100, and he only did these games to show his dominance. He ended up being drafted as a 17-year-old kid, and from this day on, his mentality got even crazier. And since he made the NBA, there was even more crazier stories. Like the time during the 2012 Olympics, the former athletic trainer of that legendary USA team told a crazy story on the time Kobe gave him his phone number for extra training. Kobe ended up calling him at 4:15 in the morning, asking for help on conditioning workouts. And when he pulled up, Kobe was already drenched in sweat, and it wasn't even 5 a.m. yet, but he still helped him with his conditioning. And later on that morning, he went back to his hotel, while Kobe stayed in the gym by himself. Later that morning at 11 a.m., that athletic trainer went back to the facility and saw Kobe shooting jumpers, congratulating him on the conditioning they did earlier, and asked what time did he leave. Kobe looked at him confused and said that I never left, and he wanted to make 800 shots. And remember, he was already drenched in sweat at 5 a.m. So God knows how long he was in there. And this isn't even the craziest Kobe story from these Olympics, because in the same Olympics, Blake Griffin wanted to know Kobe's secret workout, and he ended up finding it out. Kobe asked his trainer Tim Grover to add biking into his workout. So while his teammates were in Las Vegas, Kobe stayed not getting an ounce of sleep and went biking God knows where until 2 a.m. He did all this and still went to the Team USA practice at 7:30 that morning. Now, we all know that Kobe was compared to Michael Jordan his whole career.
When you come to a basketball game, you want to look at Kobe Bryant and say, hey, I know I'm going to see something tonight that I probably have never seen in basketball. You know, that's why the fans compare him to Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan even mentored the young Kobe, seeing him as like a younger brother. But when they played against each other, things got chippy. You see, on November 8th, 2002, when they played against each other, Kobe scored 27 points, while Michael Jordan scored 25 and a W, only winning by 1 point because of this game winner made by Jerry Stackhouse, saving them from the loss. And Jordan being Jordan, he decided to tell Kobe, you can put the shoes on, but you ain't ever gonna feel them. And the reason he said this was because Kobe had on a pair of Jordan 8s this game. This made him heartbroken because they used to have a brotherly relationship before all this, and this incident caused him to go Mia for 2 whole weeks. But the next time they faced each other, Kobe went off, and he went out there to score 41 points and 9 threes in the first half alone. But by the end of the game, he could have had 60, but he decided to go for 55 instead. While Jordan had him a pretty decent game, scoring 23 points, going 9 for 14. That's pretty good to say that he was 40. He was also wearing the same Jordan 8s as the first game they played against each other. And last but not least, the craziest Kobe story of all time was the time he said he likes to swim with sharks without the protective cages. He says that he likes how the sharks move in the water and how sleek they are.
One thing that really surprised me was this. Like, that's you into shark-infested waters. What's up with your fascination with sharks, man? What's up?
I was at 8 bars on that trip too, man. We had a good time on that trip. I mean, it was, I don't know. I've always enjoyed sharks and their longevity and their sleekness, how they move, through the water.
And that's it. If you stayed this long, I just want to say that I'm thankful because this is only my second video. And please tell me anything that I need to improve on. Thank you for watching. All I ask for you is just to subscribe, and I'm out.